Welcome to the Pantanal. This is the world's largest tropical wetland, a vast shimmering heartland in the center of South America. It is a land of water and light, stretching further than the eye can see. Here, the seasons are defined not by heat or cold, but by the rise and fall of the great waters. For half the year, it is a boundless sea of grass and islands. For the other half, it is a network of rivers, lakes and marshes. This is a kingdom governed by the rhythm of the floods, a landscape that is constantly beautifully remaking itself. The air itself feels alive, heavy with moisture and the scent of wet earth and blooming flowers. The scale of this place is almost impossible to comprehend. It is an immense mosaic of habitats, a sprawling sanctuary for an astonishing diversity of life. From the sky, it appears as a great green and blue tapestry woven with threads of silver rivers. On the ground, one is enveloped by its sheer immensity. Tall grasses rustle in the gentle breeze, their whispers carrying across the open plains. Lone trees, known as capoins, stand like ancient sentinels on slightly higher ground, providing shade and refuge. This is not a silent world. It hums with the constant thrum of insects and the distant calls of unseen creatures. It is a world that invites you in, but also reminds you of its wild, untamed power. As the sun begins its slow ascent, its golden light spills across the waterlogged plains, setting the world ablaze. The mist that has clung to the water surface all night begins to burn away, revealing a stage teeming with actors. The air fills with the sounds of the waking world. The guttural barks of howler monkeys echo from the distant tree lines. The sharp, piercing calls of countless birds create a symphony that is both chaotic and harmonious. This is the daily overture of the Pantanal, a signal that life here is about to begin its intricate and often dangerous dance. Every creature, from the smallest fish to the largest mammal, must now find its place in the day's story. The Pantanal holds its breath in these early hours. It is a time of quiet anticipation, a moment of fragile peace before the drama of survival unfolds. The water lies still, like a vast dark mirror reflecting the soft colours of the dawn sky. But beneath this tranquil surface, life is stirring. Hidden eyes are watching from the reeds. Unseen forms move silently through the murky depths. This deceptive calm is the essence of the Pantanal spirit. It is a place of profound beauty, but also of constant underlying tension. Here, every moment is a delicate balance between serenity and suspense, life and the ever-present shadow of death. Along the muddy banks of a slow-moving river, a family of capybaras grazes peacefully. These are the world's largest rodents, gentle giants of the wetlands. They move with a placid, unhurried grace, their lives seemingly governed by the simple needs of sun and sustenance. A young one stays close to its mother, mimicking her every move as she tears at the lush aquatic plants. Their soft grunts and whistles are a comforting sound in the morning air, a testament to the apparent tranquility of this watery paradise. For now, they seem utterly at ease, part of the landscape itself, unaware of the dangers that lurk just out of sight beneath the water's calm facade. But they are not alone. Just beneath the surface, a pair of golden eyes breaks the water, unblinking and ancient. They belong to a jaguar caiman, a master of ambush. Its long, armoured body lies almost completely submerged, indistinguishable from a floating log to the untrained eye. Only the slightest ripple betrays its presence. This reptile is a living relic, a creature honed by millions of years of evolution to be the perfect aquatic predator. It waits with a patience that seems almost infinite, its entire being focused on a single moment, a single opportunity. The caiman is a statue of reptilian stillness, a silent promise of the violence that lies coiled within. The sun climbs higher, intensifying the heat. The air grows thick and heavy. The sounds of the Pantanal shift as the morning progresses. The chorus of birds gives way to the buzz of insects and the low hum of the marsh. A flock of jaguar storks, with their striking black heads and red necks, wades through the shallows nearby, their long beaks probing the mud for fish and snails. They too are hunters, but their presence adds to the false sense of security along the riverbank. Every creature here plays a part in the grand illusion of peace. The capybaras continue to graze, lulled by the rhythm of the day, moving ever so slightly closer to the water's edge. The tension is a palpable thing, an invisible thread connecting the watcher and the watched. The caiman does not move a muscle. Its brain, ancient and cold, is calculating distance, timing, and the precise moment to strike. The slightest shift in the wind, the shadow of a passing cloud, the sudden cry of a distant bird, all are processed. This is the silent, drawn-out duel that plays out thousands of times a day across the Pantanal. It is a game of patience and perception. For the capybaras, a moment of inattention could be their last. For the caiman, a miscalculation means hunger. Here, survival is measured in inches and seconds. Deeper within the tangled forest that borders the wetlands, another predator is on the move. A magnificent male jaguar, the apex predator of the Americas. His coat, a canvas of golden rosettes, is a masterpiece of natural camouflage. It allows him to melt into the dappled light and deep shadows of the undergrowth. He moves with a fluid, deliberate power, placing each massive paw with absolute precision. There is no wasted motion, no sound to betray his passage. He is a ghost in the forest, a silent force of nature. His name, Jaguar, comes from the indigenous word jaguar, which means he who kills with one leap. A fitting title for this formidable hunter. His senses are exquisitely tuned to this environment. His large, forward-facing eyes scan the forest floor, missing nothing. His ears, small and rounded, pivot independently, capturing the faintest rustle of leaves or the snap of a distant twig. But it is his sense of smell that guides him now, drawing him towards the river and the promise of prey. He can detect the scent of capybara from a great distance, a scent that speaks of a substantial meal. He is not just a hunter, he is the embodiment of the Pantanal's wild soul, a creature of immense strength, grace, and solitary purpose. Every step he takes is filled with intent. The jaguar pauses at the edge of the dense vegetation, his powerful body low to the ground. From this vantage point, he can survey the open riverbank without being seen. He watches the capybara family, his gaze intense and focused. He ignores the wading birds and the watchful caiman in the water. His mind is fixed on a single target. He's assessing the situation, identifying the weakest or most distracted individual. This is not a reckless charge, but a carefully planned stalk. The jaguar's hunt is a chess match, and he is a grandmaster. He will wait for the perfect moment when the odds are overwhelmingly in his favor. He begins his approach using the tall grasses and scattered bushes as cover. He moves with a mesmerizing slowness, his belly almost brushing the damp earth. Each muscle in his body is tensed, ready to explode into action. The wind is in his favor, carrying his scent away from his unsuspecting quarry. The world seems to shrink, focusing down to the space between hunter and hunted. The sounds of the forest fade into a low hum. There is only the soft padding of his paws on the soil and the steady, rhythmic beat of his own powerful heart. The moment of confrontation is drawing near, a moment that will decide the fate of both predator and prey. As the jaguar inches closer, a subtle shift occurs in the atmosphere. The gentle breeze dies down. A sudden, unnatural quiet descends upon the riverbank. The birds fall silent. The capybaras, sensing a change they cannot yet see, stop grazing. They lift their heads, their nostrils twitching, their ears swiveling to catch the source of the disturbance. The young one presses closer to its mother, sensing her sudden anxiety. They stand frozen, a herd of statues, their eyes wide with apprehension. They know that this silence is not a sign of peace, but a warning. It is the deep, collective breath the wild takes before the plunge into violence. The jaguar freezes, his muscles coiled like powerful springs. He is now exposed, caught in the open space between the forest edge and the river. The element of surprise has been compromised. He is still a formidable threat, but the advantage has tilted. He stares at the capybaras, and they stare back. A silent standoff unfolds under the harsh midday sun. But the capybaras are not the only ones watching. From the water, the caiman has also noticed the jaguar. Its golden eyes, once fixed on the rodents, now turn towards the much larger, more powerful feline. A new calculation is being made in its cold, reptilian brain. For the jaguar, this is a moment of decision. A direct charge at the alert capybaras is risky. They could scatter, and a prolonged chase would expend precious energy. His gaze sweeps the area, reassessing the scene. He is the king of this domain, accustomed to being the one who inspires fear, the one who is unopposed. Yet here on the exposed riverbank, a flicker of uncertainty enters the equation. The open ground offers little cover, and the water behind his prey holds its own danger. He is a master of the land, but the river belongs to another. The air is thick with unspoken challenges from all sides. The caiman slowly, almost imperceptibly, begins to reposition itself in the water. It drifts sideways, parallel to the bank, its movements so subtle they are barely ripples. Its attention is now fully on the jaguar. In the complex hierarchy of the Pantanal, a jaguar can and does prey on caimans. But a large adult caiman in its own element is a formidable adversary. The jaguar is a threat but it is also a potential opportunity, or a rival to be driven off. The predator, the magnificent hunter of the forest, now finds himself caught between his intended meal and another powerful predator. He has become the focal point of all the tension on the riverbank. Suddenly, the standoff is broken. Not by the jaguar, but by the largest male capybara. In a surprising act of defiance, he lets out a sharp, percussive bark, a sound of alarm and challenge. He takes a bold step forward towards the jaguar, stamping his foot on the soft earth. It is a desperate gamble, a display of courage born from the need to protect his family. This is not prey cowering in fear. This is a father defending his own. The rest of the capybara family, emboldened by his bravery, begins to bark and grunt, creating a cacophony of noise that shatters the silence. They are no longer a passive meal, but an active vocal opposition. The jaguar is taken aback by this unexpected resistance. His hunt is predicated on surprise and intimidation, and both have now failed. The noise from the capybaras is attracting unwanted attention. From the corner of his eye, he sees the caiman has moved closer to the bank, its massive head now almost fully out of the water. Its jaws are slightly agape, revealing rows of sharp conical teeth. The hunter has become the hunted, or at least the challenged. The situation has become too complicated, too unpredictable. The potential reward is no longer worth the risk of injury from either the defiant capybaras or the opportunistic caiman. With a low, guttural growl of frustration, the jaguar makes his decision. There will be no hunt here today. He gives the capybaras one last, intense glare, a look that promises a future encounter. Then, with a flick of his tail, he turns. He does not run, for a king does not flee. He retreats with a dignified, deliberate pace, melting back into the shadows of the forest from which he came. His powerful form disappears as silently as it arrived, leaving the riverbank to its original inhabitants. The immediate danger has passed, but the memory of the encounter hangs in the air, a stark reminder of the constant proximity of death. The capybaras remain on high alert for a few moments longer, their barks slowly subsiding into nervous grunts. The male continues to stare into the forest, ensuring the threat is truly gone. In the water, the caiman slowly sinks back beneath the surface, its opportunity lost. Only its eyes remain, patient as ever. The fragile peace of the Pantanal begins to settle once more. The birds resume their calls. The gentle lapping of the water against the bank is once again the dominant sound. The capybara family, having faced down the apex predator, has earned another day of life. It is a powerful illustration that in this world, even the strongest hunter can be thwarted. The jaguar will hunt again. His failed attempt is but a momentary setback in a life defined by the pursuit of survival. He will find another opportunity, perhaps at dusk or by a different stretch of river. His power and skill are undeniable. He remains at the very top of the food chain, the undisputed ruler of his territory. Yet the events of the day have revealed a fundamental truth of the wild. The crown he wears is a heavy and fragile one. No predator, no matter how powerful, is infallible. No hunt is guaranteed. His supremacy is not absolute, It is conditional, subject to the shifting circumstances of the moment. This is the intricate balance of the Pantanal. It is a world where every creature, predator and prey alike, lives on a knife's edge. The capybara, so often a victim, showed that courage and community can be a formidable defense. The caiman, a patient opportunist, demonstrated that there is always another hunter watching, waiting. The jaguar, the epitome of predatory perfection, was forced to acknowledge the limits of his power. Here, roles can be reversed in an instant. The hunter can become the hunted, and the prey can find the strength to fight back. It is a complex web of interactions, where every life is connected to every other. As evening approaches, the light softens once more, painting the wetlands in hues of orange and purple. The sounds of the day give way to the chorus of the night. The Pantanal transforms, becoming a different world, with a new cast of characters emerging from the shadows. The cycle of life and death will continue, relentless and unforgiving, yet possessed of a profound and mysterious beauty. There is no malice in the jaguar's hunt, no evil in the caiman's ambush. There is only the drive to survive, the ancient and powerful instinct that animates every living thing in this extraordinary place. To stand here amidst the immense and timeless landscape of the Pantanal is to be humbled. It is to witness the raw, unfiltered drama of nature and to understand that survival is a delicate, daily negotiation. No creature holds permanent dominion. Strength is tested, courage is rewarded, and life, in all its forms, clings on with remarkable tenacity. The jaguar may be the king, but even a king must be wary. For in the great wet heart of the world, the balance of power is always shifting, reminding us that in the grand theatre of the wild, no one is ever truly, completely safe.